I never moved. I went on the top of the bus on the right side, and I never moved. I never let anyone get that place. So I spent I remember having cramps after because it was like 4 hours. So I never moved. They were bringing drinks and stuff. I was drinking, but never moved to that position. And I made the whole parade in that position at the front of the bus on the right side.
It's perfect. It's just like they told you at Barcelona. You are there. You occupy that space. You don't move.
Don't move from there.
Luis Garcia, thank you for coming on to the podcast. I will start by introducing you to the audience like it's never been done before.
Okay, you're scaring me, but it's fine.
Don't be scared. I mean, for now. Luis Garcia, he drinks sangria. He came from Barca to bring us joy. He's 5'7", he's football heaven. So please don't take our Luis away.
Oh, well done, bravo. Well done. Great effort. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. Thank you, Mika, for having me. It's a pleasure to be with you and to chat a little bit about football that we love.
Exactly. We love football. So that was me introducing you to the audience, but there is no better way to introduce yourself with your own words to the audience. Short.
Okay. Short. My name is Luis Garcia. I'm from Barcelona. I'm 46 years old. And I come from the Academy of Barcelona. I play in the first team of Barcelona, Liverpool, Atletico de Madrid, national team. And we managed to grab a couple of trophies there in Liverpool. So, yeah, happy to had a good career. I can't complain. I look back and I feel proud and honored to be involved in those teams and nothing. Now try to make a new career and find something that fills up all those amazing moments that we had as footballers.
Perfect. This is it. Let's go.
Thank you very much. That's it.
It was great. It's not my job. No. This is not enough.
Okay,
we need to develop.
Okay.
No, it was very good. Was the best, by the way.
I made that the short interview.
Yeah, it was resume.
Resume, exactly.
Ready for the CV. That's great. 46, and I've been to Barcelona a few times.
Okay.
Whether it was playing or socially with the family, visiting friends over there. Can you tell us about your upbringing in football, in life, with your family? Because that's very interesting. Because I like to listen to people's story, especially at the beginning, because I think it has a effect after in life. Of course.
I come from a humble family. They are not from Barcelona. I was born in Barcelona, but my family comes from the center of Spain, from Ciudad Real, a very small place in Spain. I got my village there where I used to go when I was a kid.
So no Catalonia.
Yeah, I'm from Catalonia.
You are,
but
not the family.
My family is from another region that is called Castilla-La Mancha. There is a region in the center of Spain, just below Madrid. And that small village that is around 500 people is where I used to go on holidays. That's, I think, my memories as a start football or playing football is actually for that month of August, where I used to go there and I used to play probably 10 hours a day with my cousins and my friends' cousins. They were older than me, so that kind of pushed me to improve my game.
So it's a family thing.
It is. It's a family thing. My dad used to play amateur football, but it was a crazy mad about football, and I started playing when I was very, very little. Actually, I started playing basketball, and my mom took me to a basketball team that it was next to my house. But 2 days after, the coach said to my mom, "Listen, you should take your kid to play football." And my mom said, but why? She said, because she's trying to put the ball into the basket with the feet, and that's not how this works. So I guess this kid likes more football. And I went to play futsal, and I started playing futsal when I was 6.
So a ball in every space in the house, kitchen, in your room,
yes.
anywhere.
I used to play a lot at home, but I have to tell you that my mind used to cut all the balls because
damaging.
Exactly. I know that you've been there. I think that we all been there. And I used to play at home all the time, and I used to break things. So my mom got angry, grab a knife, stab the ball. And then after, when she calmed down, she had to buy another ball. But it was like kind of my nightmare. Every single time that I was playing around and break something, I knew what it was coming.
Excellent. So, are you a pure product of La Masia?
Pure? Probably not. Not, because I joined Barcelona when I was 17 already. Right. So I was developed already by a team that is a part of the how they call it franchise. Let's call it franchise. Okay. So Barcelona's got a few teams in the region. Affiliate, exactly. That's the word. Affiliates are in the region where they can go and get the players. But I'm gonna tell you this. If I remember when I arrived at 17, the team the first team that I was there, 5 players. The year after, they were not there. From the 18. Wow. The year after, when they arrived, I got into the next team. We went together to the second team, 6 players of the 18. The rest of them, they stay in the city, but they didn't come to the B team. So this, how they call it, the system just throw you away if you don't manage to keep the pace of what Barcelona needs. So arriving to the first team, in that generation, Xavi, Gabri, Puyol, myself, 4 of the second team managed to arrive to the first team. The other 20 or the other 19, they didn't make it. They didn't make it. Actually, it was a crazy generation. They play all of them in first division. Some of them more longer or less time. But 4 of us, we arrived to the first team, and the rest of them, they didn't make it to the first team. That's how difficult it is.
But for yourself, you would consider yourself as a late developer? Was it physically, you think, that Barcelona didn't? I mean, they signed small players.
They were at the time. We were a lot. Actually, Barcelona, we were struggling against Espanyol, because Espanyol, in Barcelona, of course, they used to sign all these tall guys, strong guys. So when we used to face against them, they were the only ones who give us a little bit of problem because of that. Yeah. But again, I'm telling you, the best player that we had in under 19, it was Xavi, Mario Rosas. Probably you never heard about him. And if you ask to Xavi, coach of Barcelona, Xavi Hernandez, he will tell you the same. And Jofre, that he was another one. We were all. I was one of the tallest one. I was 177, and those are 170, 160. They were very, but football intelligence, it was different level. Technically, they were different level. So for me, I think that I was a late developer not physically, because I was already decent speed. I never been very quick. I've been fast, but not those 50 meters fast. I think that for me it was about mentality. I've been always a bit stubborn. I've been always like the challenge. I will always try to improve myself every single day, and I put a lot of efforts on it. And I think that helped me to arrive to maybe, like I said, when I signed for Barcelona, I wasn't the best one, but I was ready to learn what it was needed to become the best one. And in the process, I was learning from Xavi and from Jofre and from Mario and from those that were around, that they knew how to play. So I learned how to play, and then the rest, it will come. I learned a lot with Van Gaal how to kick the ball, and that helped me a lot. I can tell you straight away that was probably one of the best things, that I can play with both feet. I mean, I don't have difference. I can play with the right, or I can play with the left. And that's something that for me made a huge difference in the future.
It's massive. But for you, it was like you had to wait a little bit longer. Yeah. So you had to go on loan?
I had to go on loan.
How was it to leave home?
Bad.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, I was 20 and I felt good, going there. They put me a nice house. I was signed for Valladolid 5 years.
Yeah.
And it was all nice. I'm 20 years old, girlfriend, going there, beautiful house, playing for Valladolid. But I played 96 minutes in 6 months.
Oof.
Yes, that was tough. And in the winter of that year, I think it was 99. And they told me, my agent told me, maybe you should go on loan. Go on loan, play. I went to second division in Toledo. in an apartment like this small. We couldn't even move my girlfriend, my dog, and myself. And I played there. I got injured. I played, and when I went back to Valladolid, they told me, "No, you're not ready. You have to go on loan again." So that's what the people doesn't see. People remember, of course, the Champions League, of course, the World Cup, everything.
The tough times.
But the tough times is what no one sees, and that was a very, very difficult moment.
And you're alone. I mean, you have your girlfriend and your dog.
Yeah, no, but sometimes alone. I went to Tenerife and I went alone. My girlfriend said that she wanted to study and she stayed in because there is a moment where you think, wow, maybe this is not gonna work. And my girlfriend was with me, and I was going to another place far away because Tenerife is already 2 hours and a half a flight from Barcelona for where we were living and our family. And we said, okay, stay here. You continue studying, finish your studies, and I went to Tenerife to second team in La Liga. And no one knows that, and no one remember about that, but I remember the disappointment because you feel that you are disappointing people, your family, your friends. Everybody's expecting you to become the next big star because you come from the Barcelona, you signed for the first team, and now you're in second division. And no one's remembered that. I remember very well every single step. I remember trainings in Toledo, I remember trainings in Tenerife, how difficult it was, how I felt, how bad I felt because I couldn't achieve what I was expecting to achieve in first division. So then the nerves and the doubts start arriving there when you say, okay, I'm going to make it, because if I fail on this one, if I fail that one, and I fail in second division, and now I'm going to another team in second division, I fail, the next one is gone. I mean, professional football is not anymore. I mean, you go to the third division there, and that's tricky. And I was lucky enough that I arrived with Rafa Benitez there. I met him there. He changed my position. We were playing 4-2-3-1, and then I play on the wide areas as a winger. And one of the best seasons in my career again. And that was probably the jump to become known in Spain as a La Liga player.
Okay, so that meeting with Benitez in the first time was a big move for you. I mean,
that was a big,
but also, I mean, okay, you have a coach that is willing to help you in your development because you're young at the time. Still, you're 20-year-old.
Exactly.
But you have to embrace what he's saying, you know, because you have to listen.
You have to be ready to listen. Yeah. Because again, sometimes you come from first division.
You come from Barcelona.
Yeah, you come from Barcelona. And you think, come on, I know everything that I need to know. Yeah. But of course not. That's a problem for many. But I was ready to learn, and of course I got my issues with him at some point because he's a manager who pushes you a lot. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. But he always used to say, and I spoke with him after, but you were playing. I said, yeah. He was always coming in, this and this and this, and you're doing this bad, but you are playing at the weekend, and that's totally true. The confidence he gave me is something that I really, really think that helped me a lot, because I was a player who needed confidence, because I used to try silly things sometimes, risking a lot of balls that they wouldn't work. They were very good, but if they don't work, you put in risk to the team. And finding a manager who is willing to give you that confidence is not easy. And well, with Rafa, I found it.
Yeah, amazing. Best player at Barcelona you played with?
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho.
By far, yes. By far.
I wonder why you choose him.
That was, I mean, I remember I played with in Atlético de Madrid with Fernando Torres at the time. He was very young, still very young, and there were a few players. But when I arrived to Barcelona and they signed Ronaldinho, it was Patrick Kluivert, it was Philippe Cocu, it was Luis Enrique. Well, Rivaldo just left, but we were talking about big, massive players. But when this guy arrived and we saw him, like, you know, smiling all the time and with the ball doing this and that, and you cannot imagine how much I enjoyed playing with him, because it was fun, but at the same time it was incredible how he could do things that no one was expecting every single day. I mean, no, the games he was. Yes, you knew, but during the training, he was laughing, passing people, and when he used to get angry with someone because he was pushing him or tackling him, he became like you know the Rock, this guy who would become suddenly a Hulk.
Yeah,
he became. I mean, he was playing nicely, and suddenly you used to go to push him or to tackle him, and he became.
Right, yeah, the response, the physical
response from when he arrived 6 months after, it was crazy. His legs become, I don't know, like machines, and his body become like Hulk.
So he worked on that specifically.
Not even working.
No,
not even working. He wasn't even in the gym for once. No, don't start thinking something strange.
No. But I'm thinking because he came. He was, how old was he at the time?
21, 22?
Yeah,
maybe?
Normally
you are the blob. No.
Normally your bulk is there.
No. In 6 months, 7 months, his body changed.
Maybe he had the gym at home and he didn't tell anybody.
He was. The first year, a lot of people say, but he wasn't working enough before he was. He stopped. But in the beginning, when he arrived, he knew that he arrived to Barcelona. But you can see, I can tell you, if you see the presentation and you see how he was a year after.
No, I remember him in Paris.
That he was like this.
Yes, and then after he
became so
stronger.
So I mean, it was incredible.
It was necessary, because he was being challenged in training and in games.
No,
challenge is a nice word.
It's a nice word.
But
he became a machine, and it was a joy to play with him. I mean, he understood everything, all your movements. When he was needed to. Because he played on the left side and I was playing on the right side, his intention, he was always lying to get it diagonal into the center to his right foot. So the perfect pass was make it a diagonal to my. At that year, because probably I wasn't ready or I was understanding the movement, but I think he put me in front of the keeper 10 times, 1v1, because he was making it every single time this movement. He will stop looking, and then I start running because I knew that the ball was coming here. And he started making exactly. That ball, bam, down in the air. It was amazing. It was incredible.
Top. Ronaldinho. Luis, you were very fortunate because I just realized I sang you a song, a Liverpool song. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me, Manchester United fan.
I didn't want to say anything. I was just happy to hear. I'm taking those words back. Gerrard gave me a call before Sir Alex Ferguson to try to. So we could have been teammates. Really?
Yeah. But in '99.
Wow.
99, yeah.
For real?
Yeah, for real, yeah. So he gave me a call. Gerrard, he was my coach at under 21 level, under 18. We won the European Championship. He gave me a call, but Liverpool at the time wasn't great. And then Sir Alex gave me a call, and that was the year of the trouble. So it was an easy decision. Of course. I signed for United on Thursday lunchtime. I play Saturday morning at Anfield.
Really?
It's all over
that
the
close,
press.
I imagine.
It's all over the press. And I end up.
And the people knew about you.
Yeah.
It was on the table.
It was in the papers, but it's fine.
Oh,
there was no social media at the time.
It was true that not that big exposure, but it's still.
Yeah.
Well, you can't complain.
Yeah.
It was a decent career.
Not bad.
Not bad.
So the day of your sign.
How many Premier Leagues do you have?
5.
5 Premier Leagues. Wow. Yeah. Just for fun as well. It's unbelievable.
One every other year, almost. So just to come back on that picture I found on the internet, the day of your signing with Xavi Alonso.
Oh yeah,
it's a good one.
It's a good one.
I like it.
It's unbelievable. It's the same day we arrived. The same day we were together, almost for 24 hours because we arrived. We have to go to do the physical test and medical test. And then we went both that. For now, you can see that they opened the stadium for people to go there. But there is not like this in England. It wasn't like that, I think. And we are right there. We were on our own. You can hear the noise of the clicking of the cameras. But it was a good day. It was a beautiful memory. Then and I remember that picture as well next to Rafa Benitez.
Rafa, yeah. So you arrive at that time. Rafa is there. He's signing you. He's signing Xavi Alonso. There is a kind of a Spanish influence that comes into Liverpool. So a lot of you sign actually. So I guess in the dressing room you are obliged to speak English, but still I want to hear from you the Spanish influence versus the English mentality with Steven Gerrard, Jamie Carragher, Steve McManaman, and all these guys.
Yeah, it's true because Josemi, the right back, signed at the summer. Also Antonio Nunes, the right winger, and of course Rafa brought Paco Ballestaran, and they were assistant coach Ocho Torena, keeper coach, and so he brought a bunch of Spanish guys around the team, and of course the influence was there. And I didn't speak. Xavi could speak English. I couldn't speak English. I mean, fluently. I couldn't have even a chat. I mean, with them. So it took me like 6 months, a year to have the opportunity to have a conversation with most of the teammates. But Rafa was very, very focused on trying to make us adapt as quick as possible. We couldn't talk Spanish, and at least that the people could see it. If we were alone, Xavi and myself, or Jose and myself, we could talk. But if there was people around, he pushed us to try and practice English in between us as well, so we could adapt as quickly as possible. But the influence, for example, on the team, I remember that Gerrard and Carragher, even Sami Hyypiä, or who else didn't like it, either Jordan Reese, they didn't like to play rondos, for example.
Oh no?
No, they hate it.
Why?
I don't know.
Not good enough? Not fun enough?
They struggle.
I'm sure they did. I mean, I'm sure. I'm not surprised
because they were not used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, for us, it's something that we do when you're a kid and you understand what it is and what it is about. I mean, it's a fun game, but also it helps you a lot. What we were talking before, your body position, your ability, your technique, because you have to control very well. You have to pass all the time good. And then if you can make it, exactly.
You signed for the wrong club. We did rondos every single session at United. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
But they just didn't like it, and they were complaining. I remember that they used to come and say, we tell them that we don't like this, that to do another practice.
So who won? You lost. The rondo disappeared, or
the rondos disappeared. We didn't play many rondos anymore. We used to play at some point, but later on, when they understood that it was good, it was like a possession, but in a small area, and it's to have fun. It doesn't have, because I think the mentality of the English guys at the time, it was about working. They are hard workers. You tell them that we need to run, and they run, and we need to shoot hard, and they shoot hard, and you need to do this and do that. So they were ready to do whatever it takes to win.
Yeah.
But in the moment that they took them out of the comfort zone, they didn't like it. So they wanted to go back to shooting, to crossing, to analyzing. We used to warm up on the system. You build up the system, 4-2-3-1. You double up in positions, and then Rafa Benitez with the ball moves around, and you have to move depending on where the ball it is. So you get used to it. Your man start getting ready for the games without thinking, and you warm up like this.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't like that, because warm up for them, it was about getting ready for what is coming next. It's not about when they saw that that was working. They were ready. They were open to okay. What do you want us?
Mm-hmm.
So 2004-05, it was an adapting moment for all of us. Spanish transition for all of us, from the Spanish to England players, and the England players to Spanish players, and then that mix is what made us so strong when we arrived to the final.
Yeah. Excellent. So we've got to talk about that rivalry between Manchester United and Liverpool. How did you discover that? Which way?
The hard way.
The hard way?
The hard way. I think for a foreigner arrive and understanding what it means, Liverpool, Man United, it's different. It's another game. But when 2 weeks before that game, you start on the street, people telling you, listen, you have to kill them. I was thinking, wow, that's tough. So when I arrived to the game, I remember my first game. We play away. We play in your house. I mean, I never felt so weak. Never in my career. I mean, I'm a person that I'm really I really enjoy when I got a challenge, and I really like to think about what I have to do to beat you. What is your weakness, but I never felt.
I saw that in paddle.
I like that. And when I arrived there, I felt so weak, because I couldn't do. I mean, I used to receive the ball a few times, and I was smashed. Bully all around.
What game was that?
I think you won you score one header.
Oh no! Yeah, I remember.
Is it that
game.
one? Yeah, a corner kick.
It's called two.
Exactly, 2.
So that game, that was your first.
I think that was the first game.
Your first game.
That was my first game.
Wow,
Yeah, exactly.
and you got smashed.
I remember one the long ball corner, long ball, and you arrive in the second post and scored the first one.
Zonal marking.
Zonal marking
Not good for you guys.
No, when you guys are all 189. That's the problem. It was you, Rio Ferdinand,
Wesley Brown, John O'Shea.
O'Shea, I remember. I saw O'Shea the other day because I haven't seen him for a long time. I mean, probably since we play against. And I saw him the other day at the Champions League final. And when I saw him, I said, "This guy is so big." How long is how high is? Is 190?
Close
to 187, 89,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
I remember, that's why I felt so, I couldn't do anything. I mean, I was trying to receive, I tried to dribble people, but I was just being smashed, being pushed away. And there's a story that they say that Rio Ferdinand grabbed me from behind and smashed me, and I went on the floor, and he came to me and said, "Welcome to the Premier League." And that's a story that everybody said. To be honest, I remember that he did that, and I went on the floor. I don't know if
he gave you a welcome.
Yeah, exactly. He said, "Hello, how are you doing?" But on the paper, kind of everybody said, and I remember that the year after, people say, because Rio told you that welcome to Premier League and something. I said, no, he didn't say that. He smiled me and he came to say, stand up or something like that. Yeah. But it was a very hard way to see that rivalry, because every 50-50 ball, it was a crazy one. I mean, I wasn't used to go to tackles. I'm not that kind of player. I will gonna try to arrive earlier and jump and bring it up and try to be away from your way. And every challenge that I had there, it was just
was a contact.
Everything was about trying to go as harder as you can, because the other one is gonna do the same. And I mean, that was something that I didn't enjoy.
You had a few bruises the next day.
For a few weeks.
I don't remember kicking you, to be honest.
No, I don't remember either. But because at that game,
I was playing centre half actually.
Yeah, you played as centre half. I was playing on the right side. So no. After when we start playing against you in the game at home, I think I play as a playmaker, because it was Scholes was a holding midfielder, I think, at the time, and I had to kind of mark him, to be around him.
And
when we didn't know. No.
How was it?
I ran for 14 kilometers.
Yes.
Trying to chase him. So it was very hard. It was very hard to mark him, because he was on the move every single time, and you need a rest. And when you receive the ball, you are so tired of being behind him. But again, it was always a good game, a very competitive game, but not the ones that I enjoy, to be honest.
Yeah, it was very, very special.
I never won.
Never won against.
Never won. I think that we had a draw once at home when we was Crouchy, I think.
Okay.
1-1, I think it was. And from all the games that we play against, never won a game. So as you can imagine, memories are not good about that game.
I'm gonna cheer you up now. Because we're gonna be talking about the Champions League.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you my side of the story.
All right. It's good to know something from outside, how you see it.
Yeah, because so that season, I don't know where we end up in the league. I don't think it's a good season for us. And I'm on holidays with my family in south of France. And we're watching the game. And I see 1, 2, 3. And I start smiling. And I'm like, yeah.
Celebrating already.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. And then my face goes, No way. They came back from 3-0. It's impossible. It's impossible. So I know you've been talking about it so many times because it's a fantastic memory.
It's a special moment.
It's a special moment. What's your best memory of the celebration?
The celebration?
Yeah.
I guess the parade.
The parade,
the parade. I think it was my first. Actually, it was my first trophy.
Okay.
The first trophy that I won in my career. So,
amazing.
So
first trophy, the Champions League.
Yeah, as you can imagine, I've never been in a parade. I've seen it on TV, but never been. And you win the Champions League trophy. So people, when we arrived to Liverpool from Istanbul, we arrived there. I remember to going out of the plane, and there were already people all around. I mean, you've seen Liverpool airport is very small, and there were people around the fence. Airport. Yes. So we went to the training to Melwood, to the training ground, to facilities. To the now is Melwood, the training facilities.
Yeah.
And we spent there for a few hours just resting, having lunch because we didn't sleep much. I don't know much. and they told us, no, we're gonna go to the bus. The open bus is coming, so we're gonna go all around the city. So we went into the city, and what it was meant to be around an hour and a half, it was 4 hours in the bus.
No way.
Because we couldn't move. I mean,
you
couldn't move. I mean, we had police in front, but there were a million people on the street. So when we arrived to the Liverpool in this city center, looking around and see, you couldn't see anything, just people and people and people and people and people on the top of the buses, on the top of the
light posts.
Yeah, everywhere. You could see people. The highways were all full. That was amazing. I mean, for my first trophy, arrive there and see that image is something incredible, something that it will, of course, celebration with the mates and the travel and everything is amazing. After the game, I remember to go into the dressing room. We were all so tired that we were just hanging out, trying to sit down and enjoy that moment. But the parade was amazing. That's something that I have pictures in my head of, because I move, the bus is got a front.
Yeah.
Where some of the people, and then you move up and down all the place. I never moved. I went on the top of the bus on the right side, and I never moved. I never let anyone get that place. So I spent I remember having cramps after that because it was like 4 hours. So I never moved. They were bringing drinks and stuff. I was drinking, but never moved to that position. And I made the whole parade in that position at the front of the bus on the right side.
It's perfect. It's just like they told you at Barcelona. You are there. You occupy that space. You don't move.
Don't move from there. Trust me, I enjoy so much. It was a very special moment for me, and I wanted to enjoy it from the very beginning to the end.
Fantastic. The that never gave up mentality. It's very much like Manchester United at Liverpool. Mm-hmm. Where do you think this is coming from?
I don't know. I guess it's from the history, the background. When you has become a team that everyone wants to copy or wants to be part of. Only the mentality of winners are gonna be involved. And when you have won a certain amount of trophies, you have become the best team in the world. There is nothing bad on the top. You need to maintain it, and the only way to maintain it is to keep it going. And I think that's the mentality from Liverpool or from Man United since we have memories. Once you are in that position, you know that the history, the jersey, the badge of those teams can win any game at any moment. I will remember the game in the Camp Nou. It's one of the best finals as well of the Champions League. And it was in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Mm-hmm. First one, it was Teddy Sheringham and Scholes.
Yeah.
So, and that's iconic, and that comes from that. I've seen so many comebacks from Liverpool in the past 20 years that I cannot even count them. So I think that's the part of the history of both clubs. They are all mentally winners, because there is no other way of seeing things. Man United, Manchester United, or Liverpool never gonna be in a competition where they are not favorites or where they are not ready to win. And that's it. And I'm sure that you're gonna go every weekend thinking we have to win this. True. We have to win it. There is no if we have a draw, maybe
there's no calculation.
There's no calculation. It's a win. After you're gonna lose games, of course. Yeah. But as soon as you lose it, you're ready to win the next one, and that's the mentality of winning teams.
Your best performance for Liverpool?
My best performance.
Not necessarily a goal or an assist. It's like full 90 minutes.
Actually, for 90 minutes, I remember a very, very good game against Aston Villa. And I didn't score, but I'm...
Where? At home?
No, away.
Away?
Away. I don't know. I just felt, and I remember that I had it in my head. Oh, that game was good. And I got, we all have some video data, and I went to check it not long ago. Maybe because one of my kids said, you always the champion. I said, no, I did some good games as well. And my youngest said, Daddy, and a good game that you've been, and I choose that one. We went on the.
So you found it?
I found it. Yeah, I got it. And it's true. I felt you could see a player who was enjoying the game because our team started playing nice, started playing good, and I think it was 2000 and I don't know if it's 2005 or 2006, but the way, the style of play, the drills that we were doing, they were very good, and I was involved. I was having wall passes and this and that. I felt good, and I didn't score in that game.
Okay. I will look for that tape as well. No, but a similar situation. I always refer to a game in the Champions League against Lyon at home, and I was on top top fire, of all of it, of it.
And how how do you feel? So because I calculate my games or how I play. If I've been involved, if my plays have been good or have create something, and if I score a goal, how do you assess your game?
Interceptions, blocks, tackles, and good passing accuracy. And also sometimes good defending. It's also pushing you to play better. Lateral.
Okay.
Or back.
Okay.
This is good defending.
Yeah.
If you don't make a forward movement, you don't dribble, or you don't make a vertical pass, I've done my job. And people don't see that in the game. So it's this.
But you mean communicating the ones you got in front?
No. I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna put pressure on you.
Okay.
So you have to play lateral.
Okay.
Or back.
You mean me as an opponent? Okay. I understand. Yeah, it's not about only interception or regaining the ball. It's about making me be no one into the game.
Playing neutral or playing backwards.
No, have an impact on the game. Yeah. Okay. That's good. See, because always we think it's a good defending when he kind of Baresi. We got all in Baresi now. Comes with the ball through the lines and make a pass and maybe score a goal. But no, it's a way of course, interceptions and
I think that's why France is producing a lot of good defenders as well. Our mentality and the way we are brought up as defenders is very good. Yeah. Very good coaches for that. Just to finish on Liverpool, 2 midfield players you need to choose or talk about: Steven Gerrard or Xavi Alonso.
I don't have to pick one on the right.
No, you don't have to pick.
No, I think that actually because they are totally different, different styles of play and different style of players. Stevie was a machine. I mean, you could play him anywhere on the field, anywhere. I mean, I'm sure that if he decided to play as a centre back, he could have done a good job. Or we saw him play as a right back in the final, actually, stopping Serginho during the last 15 minutes or so. We saw him playing as a winger at some point. We saw him playing as a second striker, as a striker. So it was a 4x4. You could play him anywhere, and he always brought. In his worst games, he will bring 2 opportunities and probably 1 goal. That's the worst thing. And we are not talking about the tackling, the leadership, the intensity, the energy who brings into the game. And he wasn't one of those players who used to talk all the time, talking. No. You knew that if he was going to address you, you were in problem. You were in trouble. because he wasn't expending much time or much energy on talking about whatever if it wasn't important. If you lose the ball once, it's okay. You lose the ball twice, it's okay. The third one, he will warn you. He will give it a shout. Listen, keep it. The fourth one, he will come to you and say in a different way that you have to keep the ball.
Right.
So in the end, you know that when he talks is important. It's because there is something that is not working. And we all know how he's been his career, what is part of the history of Liverpool. Amazing. And of the game.
Amazing player.
And for Xavi, what I enjoy the most is what the style of player who arrived to Liverpool and what his career has been. Yeah. I had the chance of being a good friend of him and enjoy his career. Not now as a manager, that now is outstanding. I mean, what he's done is amazing as a player. And he arrived being a very good player with a fantastic control of the ball and touch and understanding of football. And when he arrived to the Premier League and to Liverpool, he become a top player. A top player because he was tackling, he was strong, he was ready for the fight, he was ready for the tackle, and he learned that because he had next to him Steven Gerrard, he got Kara, he would play. Even Didi Hamann, he was an amazing player because he was very thin. His body was like weird all the time, but he knew how to tackle. He knew how to be ready for a fight. So I think that other side of football that Liverpool gave him made him what he became after. He won the Champions League with Liverpool, FA Cup, blah, 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 and then he went to Real Madrid. And with that he learned brought it to the team. The passing, the understanding of football, and of also the work rate. Xavi became a total midfielder when he could be everywhere on the field, helping you to have the ball, but also ready for a tackle if it's needed. So, yeah, two of the best players that I ever played and two of the best midfielders of this sport.
Yeah. What a career those two have.
Yeah.
What a career.
You in your time, you had Scholes?
Scholes, but Keane.
Yeah. Keane. I remember to play. You know that they used to say that I finished his career. Yeah. It was a lie because it wasn't me. But the last game of Roy Keane at Manchester United was at home. We play against each other, and I do a sliding tackle and I tap in on the shoe, but he broke his metatarsal, right? Yeah. And I remember that Alex Ferguson came on press and they said that some of the boots, they start making this kind of knife shape. They call it some way that they got these long studs, long studs, and they were a lot of. I don't want to make here publicity to the brands, but it shouldn't be allowed because they made him got injured. But it wasn't me; it was someone else. I think it was I don't know if it was Steven Gerrard or someone else who tapped him before and got hurt. And then in that tackle, kind of felt it a little bit and went out. He was replaced and never played anymore. And I remember Luis Garcia finished career of Roy Keane. Never happened. And I respect so much Roy Keane career and of course as a player. But I remember that.
My first encounter with Steven Gerrard was that game. That's my first game. He played for Liverpool. And we got selected for a doping test. So imagine, it's 11:30 kickoff or 12. First time in my life I have to do alcohol test. I'm like, what? Jesus. Is it doping test? Because in Italy we used to. It was after a lot of doping scandal.
I remember.
We had to do a doping test every single game. 2 or 3 players were picked. So that game, I'm picked with Steven Gerrard, and I arrive in a little room.
That conversation.
That conversation. This is the conversation. Me and him. It was miserable.
Not a word.
Miserable. I was like, what's wrong with this guy? But then I understood what was in his mind after being defeated at home because we won 4-2, 3-2, and And then being brought up as a Liverpool lad.
It's a different feeling.
Yeah.
The one that I can have, even though that they can explain me or I can try to put myself in, is a totally different feeling. What they feel and the way that they see that specific game.
Yeah.
Totally different. I can imagine that quiet moment from a Scouser.
Very quiet. Silence the entire time.
Much more if he has a loss, of course.
Yeah, just big silence. Awkward. That was awkward. We're going to finish with the national team because you played with a strong Spanish team. Unfortunately, not the one that was successful. But you were the one that lay off the ground for them, for that generation. Mm-hmm. So can you share your experience and probably your best moment with La Joya?
La Roja.
La Roja.
La Roja. Yes, I got this love affair with La Roja, and I was talking before in another interview about the feeling of being part of it because you dream as a kid. You know, the national team is special. Of course, we all dream to lift trophies, but the national team is always very special. And I had 2 times before I went for the first time. When I was at Atletico Madrid, when I was at Barcelona, I was called and I got injured, so I couldn't play, and I never called again. And when I was for Liverpool, I received my first call. And I got injured that weekend. I remember we played after the derby. Yes, but I said to Rafa Benitez, because I had a big bruise on my ankle, and Rafa Benitez said, you have to stay because you cannot go. And I said, there is no way my third time I'm staying. So I took the flight and went to the national team. And it was difficult. It was difficult. I traveled like 3 times, not even got involved. I was in the squad during the weekend. 1 in the squad, 1 on the bench. 1 on the stand, 1 on the bench. Like 3 times. And I was thinking, I'm never going to make my debut.
Who was the manager?
Luis Aragonés.
Okay.
Luis Aragonés, I had him when he was at Atletico Madrid. So we were together when I was at Atletico Madrid. And finally, I managed my debut against China. And then you were talking about a special game. In that 2006 World Cup, we never qualified. We have to wait to playoff. And we play against Slovakia, playoff. The game at the Calderón, that is the stadium of Atletico de Madrid, we will play in the playoffs to qualify for the World Cup.
Okay.
Against Slovakia.
Okay.
And I scored my first and only hat-trick.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
And probably the most important game of my career after that Champions League final.
And your family is in the stand?
Everyone in the stand.
Is there.
It was my stadium because I played 2 years before at that stadium. A lot of people, of course, my family, my friends, a lot of Atletico Madrid supporters, of course. And we won 5-1. 4-1. The other one, it was Morientes. And I scored 5-1. Morientes and Fernando Torres. And a hat-trick that I scored. So probably the best moment of my career as in the national team. We went to the World Cup. I managed to get into the 11 starter. We played in the first game. We won against Ukraine 4-1. And then we play against Tunisia. And then we play against... The last one I didn't play because there was the rotation. Can't really remember. Bad memory I have. And then we play against France.
Yes, I was there.
Yeah, I know that you were there.
I was there.
I know that you were there. And we play against France. I wasn't involved as another PT. I think there was a lot of situation around that team that it was going to become the 2008 winner of the Euros. I played in the second half. Actually, I received yesterday a very beautiful video about 3 moments of my game at that one: a header, a pass, and another pass. No much more. I didn't get a big impact on that one. We lost, of course, 3-1. We went home, and then we started qualification to the 2008, and I played 3 games of that qualification. I scored against Liechtenstein, I remember, and that was October 2006. 2007 January I got my ACL, and I spent 7 months away from the game, and then October arrived. I was playing for Atletico Madrid. I wasn't getting involved. It was tough in and out, so I didn't make it to the squad of the Euros, and who were gonna say that
tough one for sure
that team it was going to become Euros
Euros
winner.
I want to take you back to that game France-Spain,
Yes.
2006. The performance of Ribéry, performance of Zidane.
Crazy.
Huh?
Crazy. And you
Who
know
was the best in your eyes in that game? If you remember.
Yeah, probably Ribéry. I
Yeah.
think he got more impact. Actually, one of the plays that I'm telling you is Ribéry trying to regain the ball from me, defending. And I'm telling you that was minute 85, something like that. And it was incredible. Zinedine Zidane scored, I think, the last one as well.
Yeah.
And but you know what kind is the worst part is that in Spain, that's why I like it now that they is more careful about that. In Spain, they were saying that you were an old generation because it was Patrick Vieira, it was Zidane, I think it was Thuram as well. Thuram.
Yeah.
They were how old? 32?
No, let's just 30. Patrick, I think, turned 29.
Yeah, but we are talking about 20 years back.
Yeah.
So now it's not considered as older,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
back in the days, 30, 32 was already almost...
Thuram was almost retired. Zidane came back from retirement to save the day.
To save the day, and Vieira as well, it must be closer to that as well.
Yeah.
So they were saying in Spain, we had a very young generation, and you guys were like the old generation, so it's gonna be fine. We're gonna win.
Right.
Yeah, that's that's good that you don't know, but now that was the feeling, because when we were there, we could see that you were flying with Henry, with Ribéry.
Yeah, we're in good shape. Super good shape.
They were. You had that balance of experience and also youth. So, well, you were in the final.
Yeah.
So what can I say?
What's next for Luis Garcia?
What's next? I don't know. I'm ready for whatever comes. I'm working
Coaching,
on TV.
Managing. I know TV. I can see you. I can see you in the gym. I can see you on TV. But I'm sure there is much more.
I'm very active. Yeah.
Managing, coaching, directing, Spanish FA clubs.
I know. There's a lot of things there, but I'm enjoying what I'm doing now, Mika. To be honest, I'm enjoying TV. It gives me time to spend with the family. My kids are growing up very quick, and I didn't want to leave the country, because if you become a manager or you go to managing director or whatever you want to do, maybe you have to go. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to spend a few years with the family, and TV allowed me to do that. I finished my coaching license. I finished my UEFA Pro. I did an MBA with UEFA for managing. I did my sporting director badge. I've been working on things. I've been involved in different business to open myself to something different apart from football. Even though that football is my passion and I'm doing it every day. I play sometimes with my friends. I watch all the games that I can. But I'm always open, and I know that I don't know, maybe I would love to try managing in the future, but not for now. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, to be honest.
That's the most important.
Yeah, I think so.
Fantastic. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, because I enjoy this kind of chats about football and our time, and it's a pleasure to be here.